We're Felix and Tanya, and this is our son, Baby Lion.
Hey, what are you doing?
In January of this year, we purchased a 2019 Mercedes Sprinter to convert into our dream off-grid van. Last week, we repurposed a faux marble table and upcycled it to build the benches for the van. This week, we're using that same table to build some walls in the dinette and bedroom area. We took a cue from our art gallery and recreated our favorite faux concrete walls, which made the van feel so much more like us. So join us today as we get one step closer to finishing our future tiny home on wheels.
We took a break for a couple days. We were tired, full of sawdust and Bondo dust and wood filler dust and whatever, and looking a little less cute before it gets cuter. But you're seeing the behind the scenes. But right now we're gonna attach our benches to the wall and then continue the process of building this puzzle.
We just started driving and we installed our benches, like a day ago?
Not
2 days
installed
ago.
the benches completely, but...
Yeah, but I mean, we did the first few screws, at least so that the benches are secure in the wall without having them riv knotted, bolted, whatever in. And we're driving, and I don't know if you can see.
What, babe? I can't hear you.
So loud. This little lid here is not flush against the bench. And so that's what's making all of that noise. Wow, it's so crazy. As you can see, it's not super flat. So right now we're busy cutting the walls. We have a template that we carved out. And there's Felix actually cutting the template that we modified. But it's pretty much from this piece here, and we added tape to get the curves of the walls. We don't know how close we are to it, but we hope we're pretty close. And so our first wall that's going to go up is 3/4 inch birch, right?
Yeah.
And we're trying to get it as close as possible. This cutout over here is because the wheel well is coming into the wall a little bit, crossing over into the cabinets. And this is pretty much the shape.
I'm OCD, so what? Make sure your blade doesn't stick out that much, because hard to follow angles with a really long blade. So you try and keep the blade just a little bit longer than the wood, and you get a better angle. And you get better base.
You're special and you're reckless. Remember, you're my best friend. Yeah, you're my bestie. My love for you is endless. Nobody else can end it. And when I get the money back, then baby girl, you can spend it. And everything is alright. I like how you're doing alright. Like how you think alright.
So the first time you saw this table, I was cutting it down into making our benches for our bedroom and our dining room and Lion's room. And now you're watching me use the remainder of the tabletop for some of our walls. And it's also going to be cut down into smaller tabletops that might be on a Lagoon table mount. They might be hanging outside on a click-clack. And then I strategically cut some of the ends of the table off so we could have a nice shelf. It looks a little ugly right now, but it could be a nice shelf like that in the van. Never underestimate Craigslist free. Look how much it provided for us. Thank you, Nike.
Everything good, alright. Like how you think, alright. Always on top, alright. Oh yeah, I wanna know it tonight. I wanna be the one to surprise you. Wake you up in the morning. I wanna be the one that you calling. 'Cause I see you.
I'll tell you one thing. It's not as heavy as marble, but damn, it's heavy.
So I just used some tape to carve out the template of this kitchen wall here, and I'm now realizing for the first time that I'm not really going to have the kitchen backsplash that I wanted on this side, but we will be able to have a side splash. So at least we can have the side wall subway tile and then that little section, and then this will be open so we have the outside view. So I just added some blue tape. This is actually the back of the template to the other wall.
Everything good, alright.
So I'm not sure if I'm doing this in the right order because I painted my cabinets white and kind of installed some stuff before getting to this, but we are Ardexing our walls, and Ardex is kind of like a cement type of substitute. It has a little bit more flexibility, and definitely it's going to create like a real nice slate feeling in here, as if you had some real stone walls to kind of match, you know, the real marble we installed. Psych! Gotta go make some more. And you gotta work really quick before it dries. The good thing is you can keep layering it, sanding it until you kind of like your feeling you create. And sometimes the cheat code is I paint everything gray first. That way all these little tiny things, I wouldn't have to give it another swoosh to get rid of that. It would already be gray underneath, and we can kind of let some of those little open areas live. But again, I'm just kind of like hucking it right now. I'm in a rush, kind of, sort of. This is the trick. You use a drill and you make little servings often so you don't get any dry compound. You gotta move quick.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You see the installs all around us. You saw the marble in the bathroom, and you saw the tile, and then we take what's on the inside here and put it on the inside of there.
More Ardex. Time lapse this. You didn't set your time lapse up.
Oh, yeah. Things we do for you people. So you want to keep it thin because you don't want the van to get heavy, but you also have to get it thick enough to hide the junctures where it meets. And every time you bust another angle, you add more texture and personality. When you get a little bit closer to Italy, this seam here is probably going to take like two sessions.
Is this like a hack, putting the fiberglass tape over here?
Yeah, it helps from the seam cracking the Ardex in the wood.
The same way you would do
Drywall. So the seam from the wood to wood juncture gets a little flexibility from the fiberglass, and the fiberglass has a bunch of little seams, how it's woven, and it acts kind of like a spider web. It holds it all together, I think. Blending it a bit better. And the roof's gonna have like a faux leather, like a textured leather, maybe elephant, maybe something with a little personality. That material will join the cement, and then we'll just have like this nice, like luxurious feeling. Like the van's not supposed to be in the woods at the beach, it's supposed to be in a museum. I guess that's the problem when you go from an art gallery to a van. You can take the artist out the gallery, but you can't take the gallery out of the artist. Ready for a reveal?
I'm ready.
Oh, that nice little straight line. Thank you, Mr. Ardex. Oh wow! So nice. Don't look at that part.
We have a
We're
whole
getting
hole.
It's okay, we're getting there. We got more.
Okay. Well, that looks good.
Hey, come in here. Look at this. Oh, that nice Italian marble and stone. These are actually walls from the Colosseum. I had them knocked off, sent over here, and I've carved them out to fit in the van in a perfect oblong egg shape.
Oblong.
So I have a little low luster cement sealer, and we're gonna go to a little low luster cement seal over the Ardex. And if we think it's too flat, then we're gonna get some high gloss cement sealer and put a little layer on it as well. And I think the low luster and the high gloss and a little bit of sanding gives it kind of like that depth of field where you feel like you're at one of those like old, weathered, nostalgic, historic buildings that have the big slate walls, and that's kind of what we're trying to accomplish. I think my son was biting this one. Churches in the van today.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. Join us next week as we build and mount the upper cabinets, but not without its challenges. Make sure that you're subscribed to our channel and turn your notifications on so that you don't miss your seat on the bus.
Papa. Hey!